Can you guys hear me? Everyone, listen, thank you so much for joining me today. I was having an amazing love story. It's Christian and Rachel, and they are the business partners for Ting, and they're gonna tell us about their love story and how they met. Okay, guys, so bear with me as I connect everything, and we're about to start in time. So we're gonna add them on to Instagram and make sure everybody's good on Facebook. And then as soon as I see them together, I'm going to bring them all up together. Yes. Okay, wonderful. You guys ready? Today.
We're good. Doing. Our story is like a circus.
It kind of is. It's gonna be some. It's juicy. It's something.
It's
quite
beautiful. Okay, let me see. Perfect. I'm just adding you guys onto Instagram because we're going both. Thank you guys for joining. Hello, everybody. Beautiful. This is where I mute. Okay. Mute the other one. The other stereo. Not that. The stereo.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Yeah. Like just take all the volume down on the phone. Perfect. Yep. It's good.
Because it's off for the moment. Now it's back. And
I add headphones. This is how I avoid it. Okay, just now, hold on. We're gonna get it perfect.
No, I'm hearing you.
You should only be here. No, you should only be hearing me on one device, which is Instagram.
Okay, how is that now?
Is that better?
100% better. You got it.
We are hearing.
There's a little lag. You shouldn't be hearing me on the one that we're directly on.
Take this one off?
No, I'm not taking off. For some reason, it is not going all the way down. We're only getting 95.
It sounds really good.
Is this better?
There's a little feedback, but let's see.
Yes.
So I thought you
had a delay, right?
Not the audio here. I have to mute the audio on.
Okay.
All right. So, well, I mean, listen, if it's really bad, we may have to lose Instagram and just focus on Facebook. So, guys, you may have to come over.
Instagram if you like.
Yeah. Huh?
It's not. I'm sorry. I am Cranberry, but it's on a phone, and the audio will not mute on the phone at all. So
see you guys on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's fine. Bye, guys. Okay. But let me see. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. This is perfect. This is beautiful.
All right.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, guys. So listen, so happy to have you guys. Could you just look straight to camera, introduce yourself, tell me who you are, and how long you have been married?
I'm Rachel.
And I am Christian.
We've been married for, this month it's going to be 8 years.
8 years this year.
8 years? Yes, 8 years.
Yeah. Okay, so listen. So this is a series premiere of a love story, how we met. Right? So I want all the details. I want all the juice. I want you to start, of course, by telling me where you first met and how old you were when you first met.
For 8 years, would you like to tell them how long we've known each other.
You take the childhood stuff, and I'll take the adult stuff.
We have known each other roughly about 35 years now.
Wow.
Yes, so we met we went to primary school together. And we're actually each other's first crush.
As much as a child is capable of crushing on another child.
Yeah.
Right.
Creepy or anything.
Yeah,
right.
Nobody said
it's kind of like when your blood takes somebody, you know?
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
I don't know what it was. It's something.
So okay, so you guys met, like, you know, you're in kindergarten and it's like a little crush, and then are you guys like kindergarten boyfriend and girlfriend?
No. So let me just tell you all right now, the Christian that you all know today, the mascot of Ting, that was never how Christian was as a child. He was very quiet and meek and introverted, and you had to like literally cut his wrist to get anything out of him.
While I was
He was really quiet.
He was really quiet. Like you couldn't even hear him speak. You had to force him to speak, basically. So yeah, it was completely different to what it is now. Thank God, I would have probably been pregnant in school, like a pregnant person.
That is crazy. Okay, so then, how does it all kind of roll out in terms of when you guys even started to connect on that level?
Okay, so it gets better. So we leave primary school, we lose touch. Now, when we were leaving primary school, everybody had like these little autograph books, and everybody would write stuff in it and put the number and whatever the case may be. So she writes to Christian with love. She put her phone number. So fast forward now, 3 years into high school, and I'm cleaning out my bedroom, and a friend of mine is over, and I find the book, and I'm like, oh wow, this thing is like so old. And he looks at it, and he sees the page that she writes it, and he was like, to Christian with love, you need to call this girl.
You need to call this girl, boy.
So I call the number. She's still living at that same house, and we organized to go online in the mall, as most 13, 14-year-olds do.
I think we were a little bit older, actually, you know. I feel like it was around...
That was about 14, 15, somewhere around there. Yeah,
possibly.
Right, because you're in like secondary school, so you're about that age.
I think that was like around Form 3. Yeah. So they say 13, 14. And I'll let you take the next part of this story in particular.
I love how you guys are like going back and forth. Like, you take this part, you take this part. God.
This is circa, I don't know, 90 something. So there's no cell
like
phones.
93, 94.
Yeah. So Christian calls at, well, obviously his friend had to force him to call because he's still shy all this time.
Yeah.
He calls. I talked to him. I'm a little bit shocked that he actually called and you could hear him speak over a phone.
Right.
Yeah, we make arrangements, and he was a little bit brave too. He was like, so
and you remembered him? You remembered him?
Yeah. We'll get to our next funny story about remembering people. Yeah, so he asked to go if I wanted to go to the mall on Saturday to hang out, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, because we used to always be in Long Circular Mall at that time anyway.
Right.
So I write his number down.
And I was supposed to get a call back.
And I was supposed to confirm if I was going or not. And the housekeeper, because you know you write a number down and you put it on the fridge so it's easily accessible. She cleans the fridge because my mother hated stuff on the fridge, like stuck everywhere now.
Right.
She cleans the fridge and throws away the phone number.
So there was no phone number. Now let me ask you a question, though, Rachel. Were you like eager to like use this number, or you just had it and maybe you were like,
no, I wanted to see him. I was hurt because there was no social media to go look somebody up, and it was horrible.
Yes.
Just have to live with that, and obviously he never called back. So I was worried about, if he went and if I stood him up and
right.
Yeah.
No, what happened with you, Christian, when she didn't call back? Like, what happened?
I was like, well, oh well, I guess she wasn't interested.
So you
Because
just tried one time, you weren't gonna try again?
let me tell you something about my wife, and she has been like this since she was a child. She has a very matter-of-fact way of speaking to people.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
true.
So basically if you said something, then that's what it is. And no pushing.
Basically. So when I spoke to her on the phone, me still being this very introverted, quiet individual, I'm talking to her on the phone and she was like, hey, yeah, how you going? And I was like, so I was wondering if you want to go like hang out anymore. I was like, and
Right.
she's like, well, yeah, cool.
That's how I felt.
Right.
Very,
It's
very
very
matter of
nonchalant.
fact.
It's very nonchalant.
I know. Very nonchalant.
No, it wasn't nonchalant. It wasn't that. It was just that I'm accustomed socializing. Like I had a
It
lot
sounded that way.
of friends. And, really?
Right.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
busy.
Sounds the same way on the phone.
Sorry, whoever has to speak to me on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing on a live show here right now. I'm sorry.
I just left it and I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know because she had my number and she never called back. So I'm like, all right, so she's obviously not interested.
Right. Okay, got it. So then now she's on the side, like feeling pain now because the housekeeper basically
Correct.
threw away the phone number. Got it. Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
So it's from here. So this is like 3 years after we leave primary school. So
Right.
fresh in our brain. Right? We know. I know who she is. She knows who I am. Let's fast forward another 15 years.
So long?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Shit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 15. Okay, so then what happens in between 15 years? Like
living our life.
Nothing. I was married, had kids, working, just living your best life, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was blooming into a social butterfly. I got loud.
Oh my God.
Who never
Literally.
made off.
But
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
So okay, then you come now and you meet 15 years later. How do you meet again?
On social media. Social media comes about and we're all on Facebook and tralala. And you start seeing people that you went to school with years ago. So it just so happened that one of her friends, her good friends, who we also went to primary school with, added me on Facebook. And then we see, you get suggested friends and whatnot and whatnot.
Right. And then it comes up. Correct.
And I add on Facebook. And I'll let you take this part again.
Because I'm embarrassed.
So she and Siobhan were still really good friends. And she says, this guy just added me on Facebook, Christian Jardine. And I think he went to St. Xavier's. Do you remember who he is? And she got like...
Oh my God, she did not even know.
Well, at this point in time, I had my head shaved. And when I was in primary school, I literally looked like a boiled macaroni.
He was cute, but tiny.
So no, this is like... I was a prime, so I was big like a
big
dog.
One thing. Right.
Why does his name sound familiar? Like his name sounded familiar to me, but I just couldn't place it. I don't know why.
And she couldn't make the connection because she's seeing this white guy, bald, full beard.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah. He didn't look anything.
She didn't make the connection at all. And when she tells Siobhan this, Siobhan turns around, she's like, how could you not remember Christian Jardine?
Yeah. Of all people, you should remember him. And I was like, why should I remember him?
Think so. My elementary crush.
She had to give me a crash course, a history lesson. And I felt so bad after. I was like, I cannot believe I forgot about him.
Like I said,
but like when you saw his new look, what did it say to you? Were you like, oh my gosh, I love this?
I was married. Honestly speaking, I didn't even look at that. I was like, who in the hell is this person? Do I know this person? And back then, honestly speaking, I think 11 years ago or so, I was not just adding random people that I did not know on Facebook. Facebook for me was more to keep in touch with cousins abroad and just really
got it.
Abroad and that kind of thing. I wasn't just like just randomly adding people. I had a very small Facebook social media profile. So I just wanted to know who it was. I was like, why is he mutual friends with every single primary school person?
Right, right,
And I just,
right.
Because it's Christian Jardine.
yeah, survival skills. After I get hurt at 14, it just like I just block it out.
Wait, right. She's the one who got hurt because she, didn't find the phone number.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
never called back. It's so interesting. So interesting. It's so interesting. Okay, so now you've seen him, you've identified him, you remember him, you're still married. Do you guys become friends? What happens?
Yeah, we used to talk briefly, like once every couple of months, drop a line, hey, how you doing? Hope everything is good. And then Christian and his crazy girlfriend stories. Oh my God.
She used to give me a lot of relationship advice.
Whew. Christian always.
Okay, so you was helping him with relationship advice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Relationship advice. Like it was there were no ulterior motives. It was genuine relationship advice.
I don't know, for some reason I didn't see Christian as a potential anybody at that time. It just wasn't. Okay. I guess when you're busy with kids and that kind of thing, you really do think about those things,
Right.
Marriage was going south all then, but I didn't really see Christian like that. I barely knew him, and I was just dealing with so much like other things. I just didn't
in your
see
own
it.
life. And now he has this crazy girlfriend. It's like life just happened. So then
crazy off on the side.
Right. So like what was the point, I guess, when you actually really connected and somebody looked at each other and said, what's up?
I kind of don't. That is a hard question because I really don't know how that conversation, that particular, where we crossed the bridge, I don't even know how that happened. It happened.
Everything just kind of melded in.
It happened when I moved out and got physically separated from my ex-husband. That's kind of when it happened. Because let's expand on this circus. I moved and my mother lives next door to Christian and his parents.
But we had no idea.
Oh, that's juicy. That's good. That's really good. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a little bit crazy. Like you can't get away from this boy at all.
So you show up and his parents are living next door. Did you realize that? Like, when did you make that connection?
Had a conversation on the phone. No, it actually happened before for a Christmas day. So we had a conversation. I was like, "Are you still in Trin City?" He was like, "No, we left Trin City years ago. I'm in Caroni now." I was like, "Oh my God, my mom lives Caroni now. She moved there maybe a year ago."
But there was a little bit of a mix-up because your mom kept saying St. Helena.
Right.
St. Helena would have been further down the road from Kelly Village where she was actually living.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, Helena, I actually live in Kelly Village.
So I was like, oh, that's close. Oh, when he said you live in Caroni, I was like, the bird sanctuary.
Right, you're like Caroni, Rachel, you're fast. Okay? I'm a central girl, so
So I went by her a Christmas day, and I through conversation before that, I was like, well, she lives next door to a truck yard. He was like, well, I live in a truck yard. That's how it was?
Yeah.
So I went by her, and I was like, hey, I think my friend lives next door to you. She was like, which friend? I said, he went to primary school. I don't know if you remember him. Christian Jardine. She said his name sounds familiar. So we were in front of her house, her space, and I said, here, what? If you look by the window, you'll probably see me waving. If that's where you live, you'll see us. And it so happened I was literally next door, so he came across for a drink, and we kind of hung out.
Severely hungover.
We made him drink too much.
So,
no, this was
okay.
Right, yeah.
I am so trying to process it. So literally, you are next door. You're already in communication with him, and you're like, listen, if you're next door, then just wave. And then he comes over for a drink and leaves severely hungover.
Yeah. Do you know?
I got severely hungover because I was liming the night before. He calls and I'm like,
you already hungover. Got it.
Do you know when my mom saw him, she recognized him from primary school? And I'm like, what? He doesn't even look.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was like, oh my God, look how grown up you are. Like, what do you mean? Oh, he's like a giant with a beard now. He doesn't look anything like he looked. It looked
Right. But she knew. She knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so now you guys are drinking buddies, and he lives next door to your mom. And so what happens after that?
I wasn't living there yet. I moved
Yeah.
there some months after. I think I moved there. That was December. I moved
Right.
in September. of
So
the
you were
next-
just visiting at the time. You were just visiting. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I moved there in September, and that's kind of where it went crazy.
Yeah, so it's after she
Well,
moved there,
well,
like going out. Now in Carney, literally every other corner you pass, there's a bar.
right. Yes.
She's living next door now, and we're good friends. We talk all the time. We start
Right.
going on Lyman almost every single day after work.
And going on Lyman all the time and talking too much, it would have developed into something. But it didn't develop into a traditional relationship because I didn't want to be in a relationship, obviously. And we just kind of
Right.
decided.
Because you had just come out of a relationship. So you were kind of getting your independence. And then were you in a relationship at the time, Christian? What about the crazy girlfriend?
Yes.
Got it. So
Yeah.
you were supposed to be giving advice over some beers.
We are not great people. Let's just leave it
Mm-mm.
at that.
At all.
And I am no angel, apparently. Yeah, so we became friends with benefits for a little while. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all
they're
right.
like, yeah. I'm not proud of it, and I don't recommend it at all because it's not necessarily gonna turn out like it turned out for us. It
Right.
really never does.
So tell me what happens then, because you're friends with benefits.
A lot of friends with benefits. Action. That's what happened.
Okay, so basically what happened was she moves in next door. I have a girlfriend at the time. And I start questioning whether or not my current girlfriend was being faithful because I'm seeing a lot of things that were happening that start raising alarms on my
Okay.
end.
Okay.
So, okay, now let me tell you something about my wife. She is one of the most naive people on the planet. And
No.
I am telling her about these things, and she's telling me, she's like, no, she wouldn't do that to you. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. Well, she's so supportive. She's giving you advice.
Correct.
She's being a good friend.
She's still fantastic, and she was giving me that. That's what I love because I never had a female friend who would give it to me in black and white. It's like,
Right.
okay, listen, there are no ulterior motives. I am telling you this for your own good.
Right.
That was refreshing to me.
Well, I didn't tell him anything for his own good. Apparently, I was telling him everything for her own good because I was picking up for her time.
Correct. So you were suspecting her of cheating, and she was?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Even
Okay.
when it was like in my face, I still didn't believe it until it was in my face, and I was like, "Oh damn!" I was picking up for this time.
So you saw her cheating?
I didn't see her, but what happened
Right.
was basically there were a lot of, I won't get into too much detail where that is concerned.
Right.
There were a lot of things that were told throughout the relationship, making
Mhm.
me believe otherwise about certain
Got it.
other guys.
Got
And
it.
then I finding out the truth.
Right. Deceit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I confronted her about it. She still denied it. And, it went on and on and on and on. We actually didn't break up at that point in time, but I started getting very cold in the relationship.
Right.
At this
Right.
point in time, I have this lovely lady sitting down, living next door to me, giving me all
Every
this lovely
day. Your
drink.
drinking partner?
time in every day.
Listen, this not sounding good for me at all.
Hey, she's single. That's a clear leap.
Honest to God, I don't think any of us wanted to be in a serious relationship at that time because it was just too much drama surrounding both of us, just a lot. And we were just kind of, the cliche statement everybody's make, we just having fun. Well, it was kind of true. I was just, dealing with my responsibilities on one end and why not have fun with Christian? I'm talking about not only going to drink, I'm talking about talking about comic books and video games. And,
Right. You're connecting as friends, like you're really liking each other's company.
yeah, yeah.
And that's where the friends with benefits.
You know what made it worse? You know what made it worse? It's because my siblings, who I'm very close to, they also went to the same primary school. All of us know each other. So it was just this
familiar
ball of naive fun. That's what it was.
Infiltrate,
right. With benefits.
With benefits,
yeah.
of course.
She ain't that naive, Christian. She ain't that naive. Okay, so you guys are now friends with benefits and everybody's enjoying that. But now you're married, so what happened?
Well, that just kind of like continued. So
right.
She's now living in, so her mom was in an apartment downstairs. She gets an apartment right upstairs, her mom. And I'm living next door. So I start spending a lot of time across my, the next thing you know, like,
so now she has her own place.
Yeah.
Next to your place.
Correct.
And now you're spending time at her place.
Correct.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah, very good.
It's just, it's trouble waiting to happen.
Right. Yeah. I'm waiting for the explosion.
Which did. And then before you know it, it's like, okay, you know, like, we doing our thing. So we have the friends with benefits thing going on. Me and my girlfriend, we broken up now. Right. And we still doing us, basically.
Right. Pretty much. Y'all doing y'all. Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, it's like an evening together turns into spending night over and wake up the following morning, go back home. Turns into a whole day and a night, into 2 days, into 3 days.
Before that, I broke up. I tried to break it off because I was like,
how many times?
We didn't plan for this, and this turned into a relationship, and I don't think
this is right.
Yeah.
And Christian was like, nope.
Nope.
That was it. Nope. What do you mean, nope? I just said that is not what we wanted. He was like, nope.
Nope.
And that's like the first time I've ever done that. You know, like somebody tries to break up. Like, well, all right. You know, it's not working out. But
right.
I was like, nope, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I guess
I'm here for it, Christian. Yes. Nope. Nope. You are not breaking up with me. You ain't got no good reason.
I must be breaking up with Christian about 10 times, I feel.
Try.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving. Okay, so now you say no, we're not breaking up, and then
we end up moving in together.
I love it. So okay. So you don't break up, but you move in together.
Yeah.
And everybody else, all family and friends, they were like, "But I thought you all were together before." I'm like, "No, we now actually together."
Well, I mean,
when we actually got together, like everybody around us, like everybody breathed a sigh of relief, and they're like, finally
they can tell the truth about
because
what
we were together. Even when we were just friends, when there was nothing going on, we just like always there, and they seeing each of us, each other, and laughing and making these stupid inside jokes.
Our mothers in particular, I think they were relieved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our mothers, they were kind of relieved.
Right. Well, because they already know, right? They're like, you're playing. And if you're living next to your mom, she's seeing him every day. She's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Every day, but you're not together. Who you're trying to fool?
She loves Christian. That's her child.
So then when you move in together now, right? As you move in together, like how long, before you get married, and like how do you propose? What do you do?
When we moved in together,
you knock her over the head and you just drag her to a cave, because at this point she's like.
It was
a couple months after I got cancer. A couple months after moving in, I got diagnosed with cancer. So I tried to break up with her again.
Which didn't happen.
Right.
So at that point in time, Rachel is the poster child for strong, independent woman.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
I will do it myself.
Oh, I was just a custom. I didn't realize I was a strong, independent woman.
Well, yeah, clearly, because you have been diagnosed now with cancer and you are telling him, like, leave me alone.
Well, because I got married and had kids and bought a house and all these things that people want to accomplish in life, I did these things already. And Christian didn't do any of it yet. So, I mean, I don't see why he had to get like locked down taking care of me. That's just, to me, that's unfair to do to somebody.
Yeah, so it basically turned out where we had I wouldn't say it was a fight. It was more like me buffing her like a child because she just wouldn't let up. And she's like, no, you don't deserve this and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, listen, you need to back up. You don't tell me what's good for me. I know what's good for me.
All of a sudden.
Right. That was very strong and brave of you, Christian, because I don't know how many people would be able to just like, what made you like, just be like, listen, I got you.
Well, for me personally, I realized because the conversation came up quite a few times. Like she kept asking me, like, how come you're this age and you were never married? And I told her I never saw myself spending that amount of time with one individual. Like I would have girlfriends, but I would always have to have my time by myself.
Right.
And then I thought to myself, listen, if I feel the need to spend time away from this person, getting married to them is not going to get better.
Right.
Okay.
Well, all right then. I mean, you'll have to rewind that because, yeah, you're gonna have to rewind that one if you missed it because that's a gem right there. Okay, so now she's battling cancer, and you're like, I'm here. I'm gonna stick with you, girl.
Basically, yeah. So I literally had to put her in her place.
Right.
I'm not trying.
You up here.
I am not a misogynistic pig. For your viewers, please understand me.
No, but you're literally telling this woman who keeps trying to push you away, like, I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me.
Yeah, well, not only that. Not only that, I wasn't trying to tell her you're stuck with me. I'm telling her, listen, it is okay to let people help you.
Right.
I'm accustomed helping everybody else. So
Rachel,
Yeah.
a lot of men and people, but as a woman, a lot of women deal with that. And when we are in relationships, we're not able to kind of fall back and be taken care of. We're constantly like, in that defensive mode, we take care of.
I know how to have somebody take care of me. I just think with Christian, it happened so quickly. I didn't think that he deserved to be in a situation like that without experiencing half the things that I got to experience already. If you know what I mean.
Yes, I understand. I understand. You want him to live his life, and
Right.
you didn't want it to end with you. Mm-hmm.
And drinking and partying every day is not living your life.
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do, and I did it.
Yeah, but
right.
To say, like at that time, that was my mindset, and then I got diagnosed with cervical cancer. So I'm thinking, man, that is lock off with kids there completely.
Wow.
I resigned from my job, and it was a complete lifestyle change for me. So needless to say, I was dealing with a little bit of depression here and there, and not wanting for him to have to see that or deal with it and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Okay, understand. I mean, just a very deep, heartfelt place, She just really wanted to protect you and let you have the life that she felt that you deserved. That's love.
That's love. Let me help you.
Right, which is love too. It's both a tremendous amount of love. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, beautiful. So then now, well, obviously, you're better. So what happens after that?
So I went through treatment. When treatment was over, we used to spend a lot of time home, Lyman home. So we will have drinks home because I wasn't going out a lot. I wasn't allowed to go out a lot. Right. And we would have what we call a sound clash night, basically having a music competition. So sometimes
with each other.
Yeah. So just listening to music, chat, like talking and having some drinks. And to lose his mind and propose to me. And I thought he was joking actually.
Yeah.
With I don't know, like something came over him. So he proposed
That night, I just realized I was like, "This is the woman I need to marry."
he
Wow.
proposed.
Because
It was
both of you were being silly and drunk at the same time. This is life. I love her.
yes.
Yeah, we
We
weren't
didn't
drunk.
get
I mean,
drunk.
I was
You
a
weren't
little
drunk
bit,
as yet.
but
You were
I
just
just
playing the game.
like I'm a very things are very black and white for me. Like
Okay.
I know when I set my mind to something, it has to happen.
Yeah.
I do live in a gray area sometimes, but there's certain things I know. Okay, this I need to do this, and I need to do this. That was one of
Right.
those things,
Right.
and it was by no means like the perfect proposal where you know
It was perfect for me.
dressed in suits and dressed on your by a lake and all this.
But I thought it was perfect. I loved it.
So you know the twist ties that you get on bread?
Yes. Yes.
Right. I got 3 of those and fashioned it into a ring.
You got 3 of them. You
Yeah.
made them into a ring.
Correct.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I come outside in my boxer briefs, and she's in a panty and a bra in the living room.
No, wearing a t-shirt and a
A
underwear.
t-shirt and an underwear. That's right.
It wasn't
He
glamorous at
already
all.
undressed you, girl. He's like, I'm getting some today. Okay.
That was- so yeah. And I proposed to her, and she had no idea what was going on. She's like, "What is happening? What is going on right now?"
What is happening? What we doing?
Right. And she
Usually
said that.
in most circumstances, most situations, I'm like, well, what is happening? What is going on? I never know what is going on around me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, you know.
Right. So now he proposes with his bread tires, and you say yes, and then you basically you get married
And then we got married. Yeah.
A year after.
a
Yeah.
year after. Got it. And I know you have a daughter.
We got engaged in June. We got married the following May.
Yeah. Oh,
Got
that's where things get even more interesting.
Do tell.
She went through cancer treatment for cervical cancer.
Correct.
Doctors basically told her when treatment was done, this would have been, she was still going through treatment at the time, but obviously getting better and better. The doctor said that there was no cell growth.
Basically, there's no egg production.
No egg
and that kind of-
production.
no cell growth.
So she queried, whether or not she should go back on birth control. And the doctor said, well, it doesn't make sense for you to go on birth control because you can't conceive right now. It may take up to 3 to 5
things.
try,
If possible, yeah.
if possible.
And Christian is so sweet. He's like, listen, we have the 2 boys already, and I'm fine with that. I do not need a biological child as far as I'm
Right.
concerned. Mine just as much as they are yours. So
Right.
This is where things get good.
Well, yes.
it wasn't good before.
So it gets even better. This story is the gift that keeps on giving.
It sure does.
So we just having a time, don't need birth control. The doctor said, all right, 3 to 5 years. And we like in a 6-month period after treatment is done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just
Right.
go about our business as per usual. Her younger sister is a walk-in birth test.
Yeah, she's a
Pregnancy test.
pregnancy test.
Right. So because she could watch somebody and say, what? You pregnant.
I know for me, she does it all the time, and I'm like, shh.
So we go out to Lime, and it is the 2 of us, her sister's boyfriend, and her brother.
Oh, we went to Barbados with all of them. So our honeymoon
yeah.
was spent with my brother's sister, her boyfriend, and Christian. We went to visit my brother in Barbados. It was
Okay.
that was our present. And we spent the entire week there, Lyman, whatever. We come back. My brother comes back a month after, I think.
And we went out Lyman, yeah.
And we went to pack up for dinner like we usually do, but we sat by the bar making a ruckus like we usually do.
Right.
And shooting sisters looking at me, pregnant, I'm like, no, I'm not. You're wrong this time.
Right. You was like, honey, the doctor's already told me that there are no babies here.
Basically giving us know-it-all
Right.
attitude, yeah. And she's like saying it constantly for the night. And we just having a good time drinking, liming, blah, blah, blah. So she makes me so paranoid that when we are done, that I stop in a pharmacy. I think I stopped in Super Farm and got a pregnancy test.
In the drive-through, yeah.
In the drive-through. Get home.
Wow.
This is like, I don't know, maybe 1:30, 2 in the morning.
And we good tight at this point in time.
Right. And it's positive. So I start laughing like uncontrollably. I'm like, this is so much balls. Like, this could never be true.
The following day, she gets up and the alcohol wears off. And she looks at me and she was like, you need to go and get more for me. This has to be wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I did 6 pregnancy tests in all.
Yeah.
And then called the doctor and he was like, what? What you saying?
So
He should lose his whole walk. He should lose his whole walk. Because
for the viewers, so apparently a negative test can be wrong. A positive test is never wrong.
oh wow. Oh wow. And you
Because
got
it
6 of those.
Hormone.
Yeah. So then we had to go through maybe like 2 months of trying to figure out if to keep the pregnancy or not, because he said that professionally, he said it's going to be extremely hard on my body.
Mm.
And then personally, this is like a miracle. So
Yeah.
so it took us like 2 months to decide if we were gonna keep it and keep the
Right.
pregnancy. And then we decided obviously to keep Evie. And it took a huge toll. So that was like another 6 months of me being extremely sick and barely able to
Right.
move. But she came out super strong and super healthy, and
Like
I am
Baby
just
Hulk. She sucked up all the vitamin shots that Rachel got after treatment.
yeah, boy. She's like a baby Hulk for real. She's super strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
So
Christian. He's so proud, like you could just see in his face. He's not giving too much, but he's just like, this is my baby.
yeah,
This is my baby. Oh,
yeah. They fight like husband and wife. Let me
oh
tell
my
you.
gosh. Lord.
Like Christian and I am a person, I don't like arguing and I don't like people nagging me at
Right.
all. So we just don't argue. We disagree because obviously we work together. So we'll disagree on certain things like with work. You want to
Yeah.
come? Hi.
Come say hi.
Oh, come say hi, baby.
Time.
Oh, what a she's such a great combination of both of you guys. Right? She is such a great combination. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh. No, she's super sweet. So now you guys got married. You have this beautiful baby. Well, you're a big girl now. And you
Yeah.
guys also work together. Talk to me a little bit about your Ting brand.
So it started out as the bill check, and it was a visit from my brother. He came for a little while from Barbados, and we got to chatting a little bit, and we were talking about how bad customer service is in Trinidad. And he said, maybe you should start writing reviews. And I am a person, I can't not be working at all. Like, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Right.
I love my kids, and I cook all the time and clean all the time, but I'm not made to be a housewife.
Right.
So if I am home, I have to find something to do. And we started the bill track, and it started with movie reviews and just things that we like. And if we go to a restaurant, we write up a review just as a hobby. But it so happened that it took off. And because I'm a workaholic, I just stuck with it. And now we rebranded about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yes, no, yeah.
We rebranded about 2 years. And this is where we are at presently with Ting.
Yeah, which I love the name, by the way, because it's so local, but it's not necessarily local, because we always say Ting, so check Ting out. I love that.
A foreign audience could still absorb it, but we try to do a lot of stuff for our local audience as well. So
yeah, no, I mean, I love it. Now, as a couple who are now working together, you guys spend a lot of time together. Christian, how has that been for you, for someone who before has needed space?
Oh, no. But you see, that's just it. Because before, when I was with previous partners, I would always find myself needing that time alone.
Right.
With totally different. We do literally everything together.
Everything together.
space.
I don't even know if that's toxic, to be quite honest. It works for us, but I don't know if it's a toxic
it's
behavior.
really whatever works for you. So you guys
Yeah.
do everything together. You're together 24/7 because you work together. And of course,
Yes.
you live together.
We also homeschool EV, so this family is just all up in each other's space all
So
the time.
everyone is like in their own universe. You all together.
Carol usually is here 1 week and then by his dad for 1 week. But for quarantine, because I'm a custom homeschooler, he's been by us like constantly because I just work him into our routine here at EV
Right.
already.
Wow. Well, that's quite interesting. And so, oh, well, listen, it's so many things to unpack in that little bit of that thing that you just said, So, like, for instance, what advice, I guess, because, no one has the exact formula, right? But what is the thing that works for you guys? What makes you work?
Talk and listen.
Yeah. I think especially because we are both creative people, we can speak for at least our jobs. You need to hear all ideas from each other because you need to allow each other to express those thoughts.
Yeah.
Because
Don't bottle stuff inside. Talk about it.
our job is like to constantly create. And some of the ideas may be bad, some of them may be good, but you still have to voice them. You have, even if you're gonna risk sounding like a complete idiot, because sometimes you do, and that's like the best idea ever. And you have to allow each other as well to work on whatever they're strong at. So Christian is a commercial artist. So the look of Checking is his, meaning the
brand identity.
The brand identity, the logos, the colors, that sort of thing, like how we want the videos to look, and that's his stuff. I come up with a lot of the ideas for the videos. Most of them, if there's a script to write, I write them. I run them by Christian. If he thinks that some of the stuff should be changed, because I could be a little bit tone deaf when it comes to speaking dialect, so Christian helps a lot with that.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm right when it comes to that. But he's extremely open to whatever idea I have, and I tell him, get in front of the camera and do this. He will do it.
He'll execute. So there's such a balance between you guys and what your skill sets are and what you bring to the table. That's really good.
Yeah, and that is the only advice I could give people, especially if they work together on the same, not only in the same space, but on the same project. You need to allow the other person to develop in their strong points.
Yeah.
I am not going to, Christian, I give this logo to me, I'm going to make it. That is not my thing. My thing is in videos and writing scripts and dealing with social media. That's my thing. So,
Madam Producer Extraordinaire.
Yes, and she does such a good job.
Oh yeah. I'm the dancing monkey where Checking is concerned. You tell me how to do, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I do. Like, if I tell him the most absurd ideas, he will do it and use it.
Right. But well, that's good because you guys really trust each other's ability to get things done and to work together. That's really what the formula sounds like. Mind
you, we do fight. People think it's like perfect. We do fight. We do have a. It's just, how do you come out of that? How do you resolve that? That is what relationship work.
Well, a next thing too is the extent of an argument. Like I hate shouting. Should only happen when you're having fun. Don't shout at me. I'm not going to shout at you at all.
Yeah. Right.
I can't stand that. I can't stand people nagging me. So yeah, we have a lot of disagreements when it comes to work. But it's always we take it like two professionals who not even married, because we have meetings. I'm like, we need some stuff. Let's run through this. Who is doing what, and what do you think about this idea, and that sort of thing. You have to have meetings, and sometimes we disagree, and I'm like, oh, this is the extent of my argument. Ugh. Right. That's it. I'm done. But that's my argument, and I'm done.
I love the fact that both of you do not take yourselves too seriously in the relationship, and that you allow each other to have some space. I mean, That's amazing. So any other gems you'd like to leave before we wrap up?
Don't do friends with benefits because it may not turn out like us. Every time I see.
Okay, I think people may want to take their chances, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, to me, love is love, and you will know. And people who regret being in relationships that didn't work out. I don't understand it. I think relationships like that mold who you are, and it makes you stronger, weaker, more vulnerable. It just molds your personality, and you should never regret a relationship. There was something good happened in there sometime.
I'm a strong believer in follow your gut.
Yes,
my gut is usually right.
Got
your
it.
gut
And
contracting
It
actually.
should,
Yeah.
because it takes such an integral part in our life.
yes, absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much, guys, for being the very first couple on A Love Story, How We Met.
You're more
I really appreciate it. Huh?
I say thank you so much for having us. We had fun.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
right.
Bye, guys.
Guys, listen, I am so excited because this was the series premiere for A Love Story, How We Met, and this airs every Sunday at 2 p.m. Stay tuned because next week, Sunday, brand new couple to tell their story.